Tony, do you got any audio? I can now, yeah.
Well, hello, Pulsar Halo TV. This is Big T.
Good evening, everybody. This is Mitch.
And we are here tonight. We got a couple of special guests for you tonight. I'm excited to introduce these people.
It's going to be a good night. We got some good stuff here for you tonight.
It's always a good night on Wednesday nights. So, but first off, Mitchell's going to...
Yes, before we get to them, which we need to get cracking on, because they got a lot of good information for us, I'm going to hit these announcements one more time again regarding the Accelerate event tickets and contest. Not results, but your winnings, whatever. So, sell as many systems as possible. You've got till now August 30th to do that. So sell, sell, sell. 5th place is $250 cash prize. 4th place is $300. Third place is $500 cash prize and 1 ticket to the Accelerate event. Second place is $750 and 2 Accelerate tickets to the event. And first place is a whopping grand prize of $1,000 cash, 2 tickets, and a comped hotel night.
That's pretty good.
Over the event weekend. That's just for selling as many systems as you can. So get out there.
I will just let you know.
And get selling.
I was working with Brian and Erica today. They're actually going through to pull up the stats of the who's where in this contest. So that's coming soon. We're trying to pull it all together with the website. Still figuring out the best ways to compilate all these systems sold. Make sure we don't forget anybody. So we're compiling that information. We'll be announcing that here hopefully by the end of this week, so people will know exactly where they're at in the standings of the contest. So. But I don't want to waste any more time because let's get to it. We've got a short amount of time to cover what we're going to cover tonight. And so a little bit later, we're going to have, as you can see on the ticker across the bottom there, you'll see Brian Ireland is going to give us the newest updates about Pulsar Halo, about the website, about our progress with our Hyper Wallet, several different things pertaining to the company. But before we get to that, I got the distinct pleasure of welcoming a new guest to our system, to our Pulsar Halo TV. Before we do that, let's give a couple of shout-outs to people that are on here tonight.
Yeah, we got all kinds of people chiming in. Of course, as usual, Brendan Ireland is giving us thumbs up like nobody's business. But we got Donna K is on. Donna K Lanford's on. Brian Ireland is watching from somewhere. Who knows where he is in the country right now. Travis.
Wanda. Travis Hefner's on here.
Hefner.
Good to see you, Travis.
Travis, Beth McQueen. Wanda's on. That's just people. That's just people who have chimed in so far on. That's just on Facebook.
That's on Facebook. On YouTube, I can't see it yet, but it doesn't matter. So, anyway, let's get to it. We've got a special guest down here now. Obviously, you guys know, coming on board with Pulsar Halo, one of our newest apps and the most influential way to build your business, and we've been talking about it, is the Rapid Funnel app, the Pulsar Halo Rapid Funnel app. And to expound on some of the benefits, you know, he needs at least 45 minutes to an hour to even give you a good vision of what it is. But we have Kurt Frank here on the phone. He is the Chief Technology Officer at Rapid Funnel, and we've worked with him a little bit when we were first getting started implementing things. He's very knowledgeable about the system. He's worked with several major companies out there in the marketplace, helping them set up this Rapid Funnel, so he knows some of the stats that are coming in with companies that are using this Rapid Funnel app. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring up my split screen, and there you go. Now you should see. Welcome, Kurt, to Pulsar Halo TV. It's good to have you here.
Why, thank you. I appreciate the introduction. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Yeah, we got
you good.
Perfect. So I appreciate the introduction. Thanks for having me on. We've been doing a lot of work with Brian and Tony and your leadership team in setting up the Rapid Funnel app. I think a lot of you people that are on the call today have probably seen it or downloaded. If you haven't, then I'm going to give you a little bit of rundown, or I guess the quickest demo I can to kind of show you what it does and how it works. If you've already downloaded, I may be repeating some information you already know, but the bottom line, Rapid Funnel is a powerful marketing platform that was designed by direct marketers for direct marketers. It was the brainchild of our CEO and my partner and co-founder, Patrick Shaw, who is a 20-year veteran of the direct sales and marketing industry. He's built a team of over 200,000 people. He's made millions of dollars in the process. And he was looking for a product. I'm just giving you a little bit of the background here. He was looking for a product in the marketplace that would make it easier for his team to more easily distribute information, prospect new recruits, onboard new recruits, track activity, and at the end of the day, you know, he needed to make it duplicatable or replicatable. And that was the big key. You know, you guys have been in the industry, I'm sure, for a while, and you know that there are all sorts of ways you can go out there and build lead funnels or set up email marketing campaigns or invite people to webinars and use some of the tools like Webinar Jam and things like Zoom in order to get people onto your webinars. but every single time you brought a new recruit on or a new prospect on, you had to set all that stuff up again. And so the real key with this platform was to build something that was powerful, provided all the tools that you needed, and made it replicatable or duplicatable. So needless to say, that was the concept behind it that Patrick was looking for, and really the birth of Rapid Funnel. Actually, I'm going to pop up my screen here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You can share your screen at any time.
All right, you getting it now?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so let me quickly cover, and again, as Big T just said, it could take me 45 minutes to an hour to actually walk through all the features and functions of this, and I've got about 15 minutes, and since I've already talked for 3, I got about 12. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. The bottom line, the application itself, the concept of the platform is pretty simple. It's basically like an advertising agency in the palm of your hand. It has 9 major features. The one that obviously is most needed is the contact management system. It's a way that you can manage all of your contacts in one single place. It has a resource library. It has pre-built email marketing campaigns that you can drop your contacts into. It has pre-built capture pages for you. It has pre-built webinars for you that you can send contacts to sign up and schedule and register for. It has pre-built surveys for you. Gives you the ability, once you've hit a certain level, to be able to broadcast email to all of your contacts in your system. And then, of course, it has analytics so that you can track all of your statistics and how well you're doing. Now, obviously, there's a lot of work that goes into setting up this account. The platform itself, we did the heavy lifting by building the platform. The next step is, putting content on the platform. This is really the key here to making this thing successful, is the fact that, you should give a lot of accolades to Brian and Tony and your leadership team for spending all the time and effort to load this application with quality content that you can use to actually send out to your contacts and explode your business. And all you have to do is download the app, drop in a group code, and everything's set up for you, and you're ready to go. So as I said at the beginning of this, the big key factor with Rapid Funnel is that it's duplicatable. Build it once. All of your team members can download it, drop in a group code. They're off and running, ready to go. Anybody that you recruit underneath you, same thing. It makes life very simple to start your business and start exploding your prospecting, your sales process. So I'm going to tell you real quickly how the app works without going to all the details. But once you downloaded the app, you've dropped in your group code and you created your account. First thing you're going to do is you're going to land on your home screen or your dashboard. It looks something like what you see on my screen here. And this is really your window into your world. It shows you how many contacts you have in the system. It shows you how many how many contacts you've entered into the system this month. It shows how many contacts you've entered this week. You can see up here in this little red box, it tells you how many of your prospects we consider to be hot prospects. It shows you how many people that you've put in the system that have actually engaged with something you've sent them. It tells you how many people have viewed something you've sent them. So, these are the statistics that are important. Sure, you can show, you may log into this and see that you put 100 people into the system this week, but if you've got an engagement of 0.1, then you're either talking to the wrong people, or your engagement is, or your process is wrong. What you're saying to them is wrong. So this is really a scorecard for you. You open up your app and it tells you exactly what's going on. It shows you whether you're doing the activity. We all know that activity produces results. If you aren't putting people in the system, then you aren't doing the work. And if you're putting people in the system and they aren't engaging, then you're probably talking to the wrong people. And so this dashboard and the analytics that come along with Rapid Funnel really do give you a scorecard and keep you accountable for what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So let me tell you how this thing works on a real high level. Obviously, once you've downloaded the app and created an account and logged in, the first thing you're going to want to do is add a contact. And you can add a contact in a couple of different ways. You can, first of all, you click the little plus sign down in the bottom of the screen. And then you can either start adding contacts one at a time. Say you've met somebody at a Starbucks, you've met somebody at a restaurant or at a dinner party. You may or a bar. You may just click that button and put in their name, their email address, and their phone number, and send them off a resource. Or you can import contacts from your phone. So you can actually import contacts directly from your contact list in either your Android or your iPhone. So it'll access the system. It'll access your contact list instantaneously, and you can bring them in bulk at that time as well. So if you're a new user, that's what we recommend you do. You click the add a contact. You go to your import contacts, and you go pick 10 or 15 people out of your contact list that you think would be good opportunities to start your business. And maybe and then you pick a resource that you want to send them. And you either send it to them via email, or you send it to them via text. And maybe you send them out a survey. Say, hey, I'm starting a new business, and just had a quick question for you. Would you mind taking 1 minute and filling out this survey? That might be the way you start your business. And by the way, this thing is wizardized. So when you first download the app and you say, I'm going to add my first contact, the first thing it's going to do is say, great, you've added a contact. What do you want to do now? Do you want to send them a resource? Or do you want to drop them into a campaign? Do you want to schedule a note? Do you want to schedule a follow-up, or do you want to add a note to this contact? So it kind of walks you through the process. And then when you get to the last screen, it's going to look something like this. And it's going to say, what do you want to do? Do you want to send them a resource? And it'll give you a list of all your resources that you could send them. And you're going to get a system down in place, and you're going to decide what that first resource is that you should probably be sending them. And all your resources are going to be categorized. So they're either going to be categorized, they may be in a category called business opportunity, or it may be a product, a specific product, or you may have capture pages as one of your categories. So when you log in, you'll see that all of your resources are broken up into specific categories. It should be very easy to find. You simply click the little green box next to it. And then another screen will pop up that says, do you want to email it, text it, or would you like to share this on social media? So you've got the option of taking that resource and sharing it out there on social media. You can put it on your Facebook page, or share it to LinkedIn or Instagram for that matter. But regardless, if you decide that you want to email it or text it, you click one of those, it's actually going to email it or text it from your device or from your email. So we're not sending it out of our system. It is a personalized email coming from you, or a personalized text coming from you, which means that somebody can respond directly to it. And you'll be able to create a dialogue that way. A lot of systems that are out on the market, they actually send out of their own internal platform, which means that the responding email doesn't actually always match up with the domain. So these are actually coming directly from you. They're personalized from you. And so every single resource you send is going to be personalized from you. And part of that process is done during the sign up phase. So when you download the app, you log into, or you create your account, we're going to ask you a few questions. Pretty standard questions. What's your name? What's your phone number? What's your email address? What is your Pulsar ID, or distributor ID? What is your cell number? So that we can populate every resource you send out with your specific information. So if you can see my screen here, you can see that this would be an example of a video resource that was sent out. Your video is going to be sent out in a page that is personalized to you. So in this example up there in the corner, it says, hello from Patrick Shaw. It says, would you like to get in touch with Patrick Shaw? Request a phone call. If they click that and fill out that form, you're going to get the email that says, Kurt Frank just requested a phone call from you. Here's his number. Call him back. If somebody fills out this form is going to come back directly to me. If somebody clicks one of these buttons underneath the video, I don't know if you can read it, it may be kind of small, but it says product information. This one over here says opportunity information. If I were to click the product information, I'm going to link directly to your personal hub site, your Halo hub site, your purchasing page that is yours. So you don't have to go set that up. It's all set up for you. And that's the real power of this platform, is that all you got to do is open it up and get rolling, because everything's in there for you. the next piece of it, the next value add to this is every resource that you send out, whether it's a one-off resource or whether it's a campaign resource, meaning you, as I said in 2 screens ago, when I add a contact, I got the option to send them a resource, a one-off resource, or I could put them into an email campaign. An email campaign may be it may send them the exact same resource you were going to send them as a one-off, but it also drops them into a drip marketing campaign. So it will continue to market to this person while you sleep. Where I was going on this screen is everything that you send out, whether it be a one-off resource or whether it be one of those campaign emails that's going out on your behalf, we're tracking everything that's going on, meaning everything that's sent will show up in each contact's activity log. Everything you send manually, everything the system sends out on your behalf will be tracked in each contact's activity log. So at any given time, you could go back, open up a contact, and you could see everything that person's ever been sent. You can see if they've clicked on it. If they've clicked on it and happened to be a video, I can even tell you how much of that video they watched. And every time somebody takes action, in other words, if they've clicked on a video, let's say you sent them a text, and it had a link to a video resource about the opportunity, and they happen to click on that opportunity and watch 30% of that video, you're going to get notified. You're going to get notified either via email or push notification right through the app. You got, and that's a whole nother discussion, but you got profile settings where you can control what types of notifications you get. But you're going to get notified. Let's just assume it's via email. You're going to get notified via email that Tony just clicked on this link and is watching this video and watched 30% of it. You may want to follow up with him, and here's his contact information. So not only will I drop that into the database so that activity will go right into that user's activity log, you're also going to get notified via email or push notification so that you can follow up and continue prospecting. And by the way, everything that somebody does in the system, meaning every time you send them something and they click on it, they will get points. There's an algorithm on the back end that is tracking how hot we consider a prospect to be, and we base that on their activity. So every time you send them something, they actually get a few points for you sending them something. Every time they click on something, they get some more points. Every time they watch a video, they will get more points. If they watch 100% of the video, they get a bunch of points. If they watch 2% of the video, they get less points. If they don't take action for a day or two or a week, then they start to lose points. If you send them a resource and they haven't clicked on it in over 2 days, then they lose points. And you'll see that every contact, if you can see my screen here, every contact has a number next to it. That is their rapid funnel rating. That's the rating we gave them. You will also see a star system next to them. Those stars you can give them. The stars do get taken account into the rating number, but once they hit a certain number, which I believe is 60 or 62, they turn into what we call a hot prospect, and they'll jump to the top of your contact list, and you will get notified that you have a new hot prospect. And you should take action on that, because that means there's been a lot of activity on that particular contact. I think I just talked about this. I jumped ahead, but here's an example of what the activity log looks like. So if you open up any one of the contacts and you click on the activity log, you'll see here it's in chronological order, newest to oldest. And it says exactly what happened. You sent them the product overview here. They clicked on it. Here they opened it. Here they engaged in it. In this particular sample, they didn't watch any of it. And then you sent them another resource on this date, and they clicked on the link. That activity log becomes very valuable, because when you get a notification, I mean, especially if you're using the campaign emails, because campaigns could be dripping on somebody for 3 to 6 months. And we have story after story after story of people that, contact us and say, yeah, I dropped somebody into a campaign. I got a sale today. I got an email that said so-and-so just sent me an email and said, hey, I really appreciate the fact that you've been engaged with me over the last 3 months. I just lost my job a month or a week ago, and I've decided that I'm ready to get going. So what do I need to do to get started? And these people are like, wow, I didn't even remember talking to this person. They jump into their app, they go look at the activity log, and they see, oh yeah, this thing's been sending them emails for the last 3 months. And I can see just in the last month, they've started watching this stuff. So your activity log is very valuable. It also, allows you to to make sure that you don't resend somebody the same materials if you already sent it once. We also send out a weekly stats update. So the whole purpose of RapidFunnel, on top of the fact that it's duplicatable, is keeping you accountable. I told you on your dashboard, one of the biggest values of RapidFunnel is it allows you to take a real quick look at how you're doing with your activity. Are you putting people in the system? Are you communicating with people? And if so, are they engaging? Well, we send this weekly stats update. I don't know if any of you guys own a Fitbit. But we kind of got the idea from Fitbit. If you own a Fitbit, it's tracking your activity levels on a week-to-week basis, and every week it sends you a scorecard. It tells you how many steps you took last week and whether or not you've increased your steps from the week before or decreased it. Same kind of concept. We're showing you what your activity level was the previous week, the last week, and your average over the month, and we break it down into 5 different categories. These statistics are very valuable to see whether or not you're doing the work. And if your numbers are weak here, your numbers are probably weak on the sales side as well. We've also added another tool, another piece to this thing, which is going to get real fun and interesting. And by the way, we're still in the process of building some of this stuff out. As you know, you guys on Tony and Brian are still working on some of your back end systems. So as they continue to roll some of those out, we will be rolling more and more resources out. But one of the things that we've added to RapidFunnel that's going to be really fun moving forward is we've gamified it. So again, kind of like the Fitbit concept. If any of you own a Fitbit, you can invite some of your friends to compete in contests. I challenge you to get more steps than me next week. Same kind of concept here, and we will be rolling out actually that feature where you can invite people and make one-on-one contests. Currently, what you can do is at the corporate level. So Brian and Tony, your leadership team, can set up incentive plans and rewards and contests. I think I heard right at the beginning of this. You were talking about some of your contest winners. Well, you can run those right through RapidFunnel, and there's a leaderboard on here. So when you run a contest, you can click on that contest. You saw it right at the. Let me slide back here. Right at the bottom of your dashboard here, your contests show up, and if you click on those contests, you pull up a screen that looks similar to this, and it tells you where you stand in that contest. In this particular example, I have 2 engaged. I have 0 contacts to go, and I have 13 days left in the contest. That's a pretty lame contest. I'm not sure why we use this as a screenshot, but ideally that contest would be the first somebody who we're going to say the first person to reach 20 contacts in the system gets a $100 gift card. As an example there. Well, if that was the scenario, then it would say I've got 2 engaged, I've got 18 to go, I've got 13 days left, and this little chart here would tell me that I'm only what's the math? 10% of the way there. So, and then there's another screen, which I don't have in this presentation, but you can click on the leaderboard and it actually show you where you stand amongst all your other field leaders or all your other distributors. And it would say you rank 20th out of 200, and here's who's in the top spot. So that can get really fun, and I hope you guys utilize that. So there's a real high level overview of what this application can do. But the bottom line is I encourage you to download it. I encourage you to start playing around with it. The current price point on this is $14.95 a month. When I say the current price point, it'll always be that price point. You get a 10-day free trial, and then after that it goes to $14.95 a month. If you decide not to put your credit card in after 10 days, then you don't have the app. Basically, you have all your contacts, but you wouldn't have any of the resources, any of the campaigns, and basically none of the other functionality that I talked about. So I highly encourage you to download it and upgrade to a premium version. We are doing a special offer right now. If you upgrade to premium on day 1, meaning the day you download it and create your account, you will still get your 10-day free trial, but we'll give you your first month for $1. So what that means is you get your first 40 days for $1. And then after that, it goes to $14.95, but you can cancel at any time. It's a month-to-month contract, so I would highly encourage you to take care of this or take advantage of this. If you put in the 10-day trial and don't put in your credit card on day 1, you can still upgrade at the end of your 10 days, but it goes directly to the $14.95. So how do you get the app? We have it available both in the App Store and the Google Play Store. All you're going to do is you're going to go out and search on Rapid Funnel. Once you download the app, it's going to look just like this screen here. You got two options, either log in or new user. Well, obviously, if you've never downloaded it before or you don't have an account, you're going to click the new user button, and you're going to enter the group code HALO, all lowercase. I think uppercase will work too, but it's supposed to be all lowercase. Once you enter the group code HALO, hit the next button. It's going to ask you for about 5 pieces of information: your name, your email, your phone number, your cell number, and then I think a distributor code. If you don't know that code, you can always add it later, and then you're off and running. And that's all there is to it. I guess the only other step would be if you decide to take advantage of that $1, it's going to ask for a credit card. So there's a pretty good high-level explanation of what this app does, and because I only had 15 minutes to do it, I really just touched the surface. I highly encourage you to download the app, play around with it. Next week, and Big T, I'll have you back me up on this, but next week, I believe our CEO, Pat, and my business partner and co-founder, Patrick Shaw, is going to be on this very station, and he's going to give you a higher level explanation of how to really use Rapid Funnel, the power of the application, and how you can leverage it to explode your business. He'll give you a bunch of case studies because, again, he's a 20-year veteran of the industry. He uses this app for his team, and like I said, he can give you a lot higher level explanation of how you can use this app to really explode your recruiting business. And so, Big T, tell me if I'm wrong on that, but I think he's going to take about 45 minutes next week to do that.
Yeah, I spent. Go ahead and unshare your screen now so I can get a full view of you.
You bet.
I spent about 45 minutes on the phone with Patrick today, and he was actually very excited about the program that we were putting together. He was excited about you being on here tonight to give people a heads up. But he's going to share a lot of personal information about where he came from. He made, I wrote some of these things down. Of course, I don't have it in front of me. But the group that he created when the inception of Rapid Funnel started to develop, he was over 500,000 people on his team, and using the predecessor to what we have now. Basically, he said it was very archaic compared to what we have now, but he said it helped him get to where he had 500,000 people in his team using a system like this, and that's what.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. I mean, so the bottom line is let's be honest, Big T. I'm a tech guy. I'm not a sales guy. So Patrick comes from all the people that are listening on this call. He comes from your world. So I think he'll give you real life experience on how he uses it, how his team uses it, and how he's built and how he's made millions of dollars in this industry using as you said, a predecessor to this application, but really the driving factor that caused us to build this one. So I highly encourage you to be on next week and take a listen to him.
Cool. Well, I thank you very much for taking time out of your night, Kurt, to explain this to us, because a lot of us are just getting started using this Rapid Funnel app, and I don't think we've even tapped into the surface of what this thing can do for us. A lot of people aren't aware of it. But the time that it saves and the follow-up and all these things that we used to spend so many hours doing, this thing does it for us. So I really appreciate your work in developing this thing and making it what it is today, because it is really a fantastic tool. I'm excited to have it with us.
You bet. I appreciate you allowing me to take the time to be on, and we're excited to be working with you guys. You guys have a lot of really cool and exciting things ahead. So. As I said, we're going to keep building this thing out. As you guys continue to build more tools on your end, we can add more things to this, and it's just going to get more and more powerful as we move forward.
It is. It is. Well, I don't know if Brian's going to jump on here or not, but we're kind of running out of time here. Oh, here he is.
I see him on there.
I'm on.
Look at that.
Brian's here.
I'm just out in a parking lot, so I had myself muted. It's a little bit loud out here.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you being on here, Brian. So you've got Kurt from Rapid Funnel. Were you listening in to some of the stuff Kurt was covering?
Yeah, I was listening to everything. I was just hiding over here.
Hiding in the background. Well, we just
Yeah.
we got a few more minutes, but I do want people to hear from you because you had a couple of great things that you wanted to cover here tonight. I know people have we've had a few people with questions and have been asking some things, and I know you've got some updates for people. So why don't you go ahead and take the mic and let us know what's going on at Pulsar Halo?
Okay, so I think we're going to try to do this every week now. I'll take about 5-10 minutes, just talk about some of the things that have come in through customer service, some of the things that have come in through tech support. Most likely you'll be finding me coming from a parking lot or someplace from around the country each night, which is nice about this platform. But I'm outside of a parking lot right now where we just had an awesome meeting. Jan was up from Connecticut. We're up in Plaistow, New Hampshire. Alan was over. Mrs. David Duck up in Plaistow, New Hampshire is running a really great team up here, and we're working really hard there. But hey, first thing that we've gotten a couple people that have called about is some people have noticed that the rep fees and or their monitoring fee has changed a little bit. And what that is during the bridge plan, we weren't charging sales tax. So right now you'll see there might be a couple dollars more charge on that. That is something that has to do with Uncle Sam and not us. So I just wanted to let everybody know that if that little change happens, you're still questioning it, or if it doesn't look right, definitely give us a call. Avalera was fully tested, which is the company that's doing all of our sales tax work. We tested whether it was product sales, whether it was monitoring, or whether it was the rep fee, and in what state. So basically, it's 150 different transactions that have been tested. We know it's all correct, but if there's any questions, give us a call. So that's one thing. Update today on HyperWallet. We had our kickoff meeting with HyperWallet. All the approvals are done. We thought we were further along with what they were supposed to be doing, but sadly enough, they're saying it's going to be another 6 to 8 weeks for HyperWallet. So we're going to be on checks for a bit longer. Speaking about checks, we are about a week behind right now on commissions. And the reason being is this. When the month August 1st came around, it was kind of like what we all worried about in 1999 when it was going to be 2000 and the world was going to burn down and the banks weren't going to be working. Well, it happened to us. Basically, the long and short of it is that everybody that was ranked disappeared, and they weren't ranked anymore. All their customers disappeared. Well, they would have come back after people paid, but that personal customer point and that downline customer point is now getting reprogrammed, and we're about to test it so that it will go into the next month and not cancel out until a credit card doesn't get run in that next 29 or 30 days. So we have that fixed, but that completely ruined our chances of running that first month's RMR. That'll be happening in the next couple of days. The fix is in. We got real nervous August 1st and August 2nd, but Erica worked hard with Exigo, and they figured out the problems there. Good news, though, the password issue that so many people have been aggravated by on our app is fixed. Whereas when you first signed in and the app told you to do a new password, and then it didn't work on the portal. Well, it now works. They found the problem, and that was all Big T right there. He took some videos of it when they kept saying there was no problem, and got it fixed. So that was huge. That aggravation's going away. What else do I have here? PCP points have been fixed. Okay, and that's all has to do with the commissions. That's fixed. Hey, another thing that's been happening that's been really cool. We've been doing some private team meetings. We have Nick's group is going to be having a meeting this Saturday at noon. So we're going to be doing a private meeting. And Leslie, we had one this week with her group. And what I really like about these meetings, and it's available for everybody, is that we kind of get together and we talk about what everybody's strengths are and find out what the best way to go out and make the best out of them. So we have some good meetings. We talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about, whether it be just learning about the industry or if it's learning about the things I know. And then, of course, if it gets out of my wheelhouse, then we turn them over to Shirley and Chris and Big T and Jan. If it gets more over to the nose to nose, toes to toes. Shirley, hopefully I'm saying it right. So really good. It's an opportunity. We go about 15, 20 minutes. It's available basically anytime, guys. I'm on the road a ton, and I'm always available because of the way these smartphones go. By the way, imagine if we could have all been in the business of smartphones 10 years ago.
Yes, agreed.
Right? Right. What else we got? Okay, Monday night opportunity call. I know a couple people were out there saying, why didn't we know about it? Well, it was something that Big T picked up. I noticed about it on Facebook myself. I need to get it up on the company calendar. And Monday night op call. We did these over the past couple years. They're a great opportunity for you to get somebody who's now ready for the opportunity and to get them on a call to actually see a nice why we're here, who we are, what we're doing, and how do you make money. So excited that that's back. I know Big T's been working real hard on getting that put together so that we could actually do it. So that's going to be Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central. Next thing, you'll know that during the bridge plan, or you do know that during the bridge plan, I was doing everybody's commissions whenever someone got a commission. So now that we're all automated and you can see everything in your back office, your ranks and your commissions, what we're going to start working on now and implementing over into the next week is
That's not good. Right as he was getting to the good stuff.
Just getting to the good stuff, and all of a sudden we lost him. Are you still there, Bri? That's not looking good.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, I guess that means our time is up, huh? I don't know.
Brian.
We'll give him a couple seconds, see if he comes back. Uh-oh. What do they call this in the industry?
Dead air.
Dead air. Well, we try to fill the dead air.
We're having dead air.
Well, that's not looking good, folks. So,
well,
you'll have to tune in next week to get the rest of what Brian was talking about.
Yes.
So it's 8:41. We're a little over time, but
way late anyway. But we got some.
It was some great information.
We got some awesome information. Thanks again to Kurt for.
Yeah, thanks to Kurt
coming on and giving us all that information on Rapid Funnel. That was some good stuff.
Don't miss next week because the founder and CEO of Rapid Funnel, I talked to him today for an hour, and it was really good information. He has got, after I explained to him what our program was and what we were doing in this industry, he actually got very excited. And he said, I got some great ideas that we're going to add resources to your Rapid Funnel that's going to make this thing stupid-proof.
Awesome.
And so he said we've had some great success with some other, and he named some of the companies. There were big companies out there, but they were having some great success helping the brand newest person who doesn't know anything about our product, doesn't know anything about the industry or direct sales, but helping them get started and have 10, 15, 20 contacts within the first 3 or 4 days. Awesome. And so it's really exciting. I'm excited to share that with you next week. He and I are going to be working together on that over the next couple of days to put that together for us. So anyway, we're going to cut it close.
Yep.
We're out of here. We're
out.
Off like a pair of dirty socks. So join us next week. We'll be back here at 8 o'clock. Don't miss the opportunity webinar that we're doing on Monday nights. That's going on at 8 o'clock. That'll be on, we're going to do it on halowebinar.com to invite your people to. We also rebroadcast it on the Halo Nation Facebook page. That's not going to be on Pulsar Halo TV, but it's going to be on the Halo Nation Facebook page and also on halowebinar.com. So check that out. We'll see you guys next time. Have a fantastic evening. Big T.
Mitch, out.
See you later.